Good. So you can have the best analysis, and believe me when I tell you this, if your mindset is not in the right place, if you're angry, you're depressed, you're going through a very tough time, you're stressed out, I'm going to tell you this right now, trading is not going to work the way that you want it to work, right? You need to clear your mind when you're coming to the charts. And the reason for that is you would experience greed. You will experience wanting to rush the market, wanting to rush the opportunity, right? Simply because you're either stressed, and this might be, things that if you have bills and, monetary values, you have financial goals that you're stressing yourself to meet right away, right? And that will cause you to put a lot of stress on yourself and rush the market. You know why? Because you're going to want to enter the market earlier than price is showing you, or than your analysis is telling you to enter. You're going to see confirmations that are not even there just because your mind is not in the right place. All right, so I just want to make sure that you guys really understand that, because I've been in trading for 2 years. And for those of you who have heard my story yesterday at the event, I've been trading for 2 years now, 2 years this month, right? Fantastic opportunity. I'm so glad I said yes, right? And in my first 3 months, I have lost over 5,000 pounds, not even US dollars, because I was trading in the pound currency, given that I was in London. Over 5,000 pounds in the market. I see somebody holding their face, right? Over 5,000 pounds in the market is what I lost. And let me tell you why. I did not take the time out to learn the skill, right? When I was doing demo, I went in really big on one of the metals called gold, right? And it cashed me out at $300. And in my mindset, I'm saying, wait, well, I haven't even started as yet. And in demo, I'm making $300 in gold. So I'm going to put a lot of money on this thing, and I'm going to go in really big. Greed, we just spoke about that, right? So I didn't take the time to learn the skill set, right? I was doing a lot of guessing in the market. I was seeing confirmations that weren't even there, right? So it comes down to mindset. And you cannot come into this thing thinking that it's a get rich quick scheme, because that's what I thought. That's why I put so much money in the market, and that's why I lost every cent of it. So I'm going to tell you this. As I said yesterday, right? I decided to come back here and give to a team what I did not have for myself, which was a mentor. I did not choose a mentor. I did not grow with a mentor. I did not have someone to hold my hand. I did not have someone to show me and teach me the way. I had to do it myself. So yes, I lost a lot of money. It's actually, in total, is more than 5,000 pounds if I had to give you a year of what it looked like in my bank account. Right? So what I'm going to give to you guys, and what the other educators are giving to you guys in this team, is mentors to grow with. And we want you to make notes. Don't just come on Zoom in your bed laying down chilling. We see you, right? Don't just come laying down chilling, deciding that you can just watch it with your screen and not take notes. Try to take notes as we go on. So I'm not going to keep you any longer with this motivational talk, but note that it is very important what I just said, right? It's key. So I'm going to go ahead now. And first of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining our team. The takeover has changed my life, and this is the 3rd company that I've been in with some of these leaders. And I have literally grown with them. You see, Akim and Kai, I have grown with them in the last 3 companies that I have been with. And I'm telling you that the other ones were short-lived, but you see iMarket's life, we're here to stay. We have a plan, because never have we been able to impact so many lives. Never have we been able to create so many 6-figure earners, right, in a short space of time. So I hope that you're here to also stay. Why? Why would you give an employer 40 years of your life to get a basic salary? Every month seeing the same number on your bank account. It doesn't change unless you're in sales. And if you're in sales and you're not producing what they have asked you to produce and you're called into a meeting, guess what? They're going to discuss those numbers. And you're not going to know what next month is going to look like. Right? So this opportunity is fantastic. I've been able to retire from London. Let me just say London and not just my job, because I have a degree too, right? I've been able to retire from London and come and live where you all live, where I used to vacate, right? So I am now living here. I can travel when I want. I have time freedom. I'm earning as I want. I've never thought the day would have come. I'm telling you, these things make me really emotional. And we hear this all the time and tell ourselves, you know what? That ain't gonna happen to me. But I'm telling you, right? I used to think like you guys. I was once in your shoes. Trust me. So let's go ahead. Right now, let's start tonight's session. I am going to start off with running through the back office. Why? Because this is key. You've gotten started with the company. Thank you for joining us here. But you don't know what to do next. You've just signed up and it said join, it says successful, right? But you don't know what to do next. So here it is. If you don't have, if your screen looks like this, because I know on Windows and Mac, it tends to look a bit different. So on Mac, this is already here, this left panel. You don't need to press anything. On Windows, you have to press this icon here for the panel to come up. Right? So welcome to back office. Now, just to walk you through a few things. So on the left-hand side, you have everything you need to be successful in this business, at least to start. Right? So Iml Academy, we talked about Iml Academy. It is like the University of West Indies online, right? So let's go. Once you click on Iml Academy, can everybody see my screen? If you can see my screen, just type 111 in the chat. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you. Good. So let's start with Iml Academy. When you click Iml Academy, it takes you to a login page. You're going to use the same username and password that you've registered on iMarkets Live when signing up. You're going to use that to gain access to the Iml Academy, right? And this is what the page looks like. Please write this down, because when I go through this, you shouldn't have to go to your uplines and say, how do I get access to this again? Because you're getting the training right now. All right. So you get access to this page. This is the home page here. Now, once you're starting iMarkets Live, you need to start with the beginners folder. So just over here on the left-hand side, you see Forex English Academy. That's where we want you to start. Right? That's where we want you to start. Now, let's look at it as kindergarten stage, right? You need to go through this in order to grow through the company. Do not skip this process. There's no shortcut to this. You have to go through it, right? This is where it all started for all of us. And if you want to be like some of the six-figure earners in this company, try not to shortcut. You have the blueprint in front of you. This is it, right? So the beauty about this, about these videos, is that on average, they are 4 minutes long. Some of us be on Instagram and Facebook and we be scrolling for hours. So if I tell you that your journey to success is just by you going through your 4-minute videos, it shouldn't be hard, right? It's for you to make money. I'm making money. The rest of the leaders are making money. We had to go through this process. We want you to make money too. So we're giving you the blueprint. So at the top of your page, you should have blueprint and underline it, because that's what I'm giving you tonight. The blueprint to success in Forex trading and in markets life. Right? So go through these videos. No, I usually advise persons to take 3 hours out of their week. I'm not asking for 3 hours a day. I would ask for 3 hours a day, but I don't know how any of you, your lifestyle is. Some of you may be single parents and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to ask for much. Matter of fact, I'm not going to ask for anything. I'm going to tell you 3 hours a week per week you can dedicate. And I'm saying that if you can go through this in 3 hours in a week, you're probably going to finish the entire beginner's course. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to go through the beginner's course for the first time, run through everything and make notes. When you're finished, I want you to go back over it again, week 2. You know why? Have you ever realized that when you go through a course or a book or even a movie and you watch it again, you see things that you would have missed the first time? If that has ever happened to you, type yes in the chat box. Fantastic, fantastic. Yes, so it is true that when you go over something you would have went through before, right, you actually see something new. So we don't want you to miss any information in this course. So go over it twice. And when you have gone over it twice, drop me a message on Telegram and say, thanks, coach. I want to see how many people in about 2 weeks' time is going to message me and say, thanks, coach. Because those that message me, I know you're dedicated. I know that you're driven. I know that you need success. And I know that you have a purpose. All right. So this is Iml Academy. This is all I want you to do. Just go through these videos right down to the end. It literally gives you everything you need to know about the basics of trading, how to enter a trade on your iPhone, right? How to enter a trade on your Android. All of these things that you're going to ask your upline, the how-tos that you're going to ask your upline is here in the Academy. What's a stop loss? That's a typical question that we tend to get. Coach, what's a stop loss? It's here, Forex 132, right? So I want you guys to go through this, and I want you to start to pay attention, especially to when you get to Forex 207. What is a trend line? Right? Forex 209. Support, resistance, and trend lines. We call this SRT. So if you ever see us in the group chat talking about SRT, it's support, resistance, and trend lines. Right? So these particular videos here, you're probably going to have to go over more than twice. Drawing support, resistance, and trend lines. This is important because the fundamentals of trading comes from understanding support, resistance, and trend lines. You have 2 types of traders. You have 2 main types of traders in the Forex market. There are support and resistance traders, and then there are trend line traders. So you need to understand this aspect of the beginner's course. All right, so I just want to make sure everybody's following, taking notes, not just looking at the phone at Zoom and just nodding your head or looking away, right? Now is the time to really, really pay attention. Good. So now that we've gone through that, after you finish this, your upline would recommend what you go through next. But this is key. You're probably going to spend the first month in this particular folder. All right. So the next product that you get in as a platinum customer in iMarkets Live is the Iml TV. This, my friends, let me tell you now, because a lot of you, I know a lot of you are thinking, I've actually spent a lot of money on Forex trading. Trust me. This particular product here is worth more than what you're paying right now. Than a year of you paying for your subscription is worth more than that. Let me tell you why. On Iml TV, you have access to 7- and 8-figure educators and traders. These are persons that would have done it in the market going and coming, right? They've done it, and they've done it plenty times. Persons that have $1 million trading accounts. I know that you want your trading account to look like that, right? They're on here and they're teaching you. And if you can have access to a mentor every single week that is a millionaire, and you ask yourself, how much would it cost me to be mentored by a millionaire outside of iMarkets Live? I can tell you, because I've paid for one when it was in UK. And it's between 5,000 and 20,000 pounds in monetary value for a weekend, for limited access. So iMarkets Live TV, put a asterisk next to it, a star, whatever you need to do, because this particular product, compared to all the other products in iMarkets Live TV, this is the gold mine. I'm telling you, this is the gold mine. All right. So I'm gonna start off in Forex basics. Your uplines would obviously tell you, you know, who they think that you should follow in the in Forex basics, right? I usually recommend Max Pips. This guy here. I usually recommend that persons that are starting Forex trading to follow Maxine over here, right? So you guys, again, just double check with your uplines and see who they recommend as a beginner, right? But I usually recommend this guy. So what you do is that you just come down, you just look at their schedule, right? They're on Sundays, Tuesdays, right? And Thursdays. So you just need to make note of their time. Think of it as school, as class, right? 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. 9:30 p.m. Eastern time on a Tuesday. So put this in your calendar. Don't wait for us to say, guys, hop on to the call, because this is for you. So put it in your calendar that you have a class to attend Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday online on iMarkets Live TV, and you can't miss it. All right? You're welcome. So this is one of the educators in the beginners, and I usually recommend it. But as I say, if you want to just drop your upline a message and ask them who they recommend, if they're okay with you going with Max Pips. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I want you to write it down next to Iml TV. Choose a mentor and grow with them. I keep repeating this all the time. Choose a mentor and grow with them. Don't try to go through all of these educators. You will get confused because all of them have different strategies. There are over 1,000 strategies in Forex trading. So choose a mentor and grow with them and watch yourself become profitable. All right. So that's that on iMarkets Live TV. As I said, just go to Forex Beginners, and I recommend Max Pips. Right? How do you find him again? So when you come to iMarkets Live TV, this is what your screen looks like. You click English, Forex Basics Education. Scroll to the bottom, and he's here. Just click Access the Session. When you click Access the Session, right, I can tell you guys right now that you can also watch his recorded videos. Well, their recorded videos. Right? So if you click recorded videos and you scroll, you can go all the way back to January if you wanted to. Right? So you can watch every session they have is recorded. All right? Good. So I want to move on from here. I'm going to go now to the Harmonic Scanner. Right? So there's a bit of trade training now, beginners trade training. So please, if you're not taking notes already, which you should have, please take notes now. All right? So we're going through beginners trade training on the Harmonic Scanner, right? So this is the Harmonic Scanner. Again, you find it in the back office, right? On the left-hand side here in this panel are your brokers. Now, starting this company, we're going to go through it tonight. I usually recommend FX Choice, right, for Forex pairs, and Who Goes Way for cryptocurrencies and so on when you get to that stage. I don't advise you to trade crypto right now. Know that you're starting with the company. Let's stick to Forex pairs, right? So you will get a broker account with FX Choice. Now you're going to go to FX Choice and you have two options here, scan for M15 and scan for H1, H4, and D1. What does M15 mean? It means that every single one of these candles represent a time. So every single one of these candles or data is literally data in the market that represents a time, right? So what does this mean? It means that each one of these form every 15 minutes. So you can literally see what has happened in the last 15 minutes. So I hope you're writing that down. Each one of these represent 15 minutes. Right? For the person that's marking up my screen, please remove that black line there that you would have put there, please. Thank you. Right? So each candle forms every 15 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and use this pattern here. So the H1 means that every candle forms every hour. The H4 means that every candle forms every 4 hours, and the D1 means every candle forms every day. Now, you have 4 types of traders in the Forex market, and I hope that you're making notes. So you have 4 types of traders in the Forex market. You have a scalper, you have a scalper, right? And the scalper is in and out of the market within a couple of minutes. They're in and out quickly. You have a day trader, and this person holds their trades for up to 24 hours in a day. So they're in and out of the market within 24 hours. You have a swing trader. Swing trader holds the trades anything over 2 days to a month. Right? Depends on the move. Obviously, these moves are going to be slower and they're bigger as well, right? And then you have a position trader, and this person, they hold their trades for a couple of months to a year, or even for a couple of years and beyond. So on the M15 chart, you usually find scalpers and day traders, right? Because the move, given that it's forming every 15 minutes, the move can happen quickly, or it can still take its time, right? So the 2 time frames I really want you guys to focus on when trading the Harmonic Scanner is the M15, but more so the H1 chart. The H1 chart is a chart that I really, really, really want you to give your attention to. All right, so now you have two patterns on the harmonic scanner. You have a W and you have an M, right? When you have a W, the market is looking for you to sell. When the harmonic scanner finds this type of W, they want you to sell, right? And you see it here. You will notice that you have the entry here, right? And then the take profits are actually below the entry, right? So in this type of pattern, you can see a clear W. We want you to sell, right? So how do you sell? How would I know to sell? Do I just enter where it says entry? And do I just exit where it says take profit? You can, but the harmonic scanner is 85%. It has an 85% win rate ratio, right? Which means that if you had to enter 100 trades, 85 of them would go into take profit and you will secure the bag, but 15 of them likely to hit stop loss. So we want to increase that win rate ratio. And this is where we add a strategy using the harmonic scanner. All right, so I'm going to go through that strategy. But before I do, I'm going to type some notes on the screen that I want you to take. So the market has three market movements. You have an uptrend, right? And the uptrend means that you have higher mountain tops and higher valleys. You have a downtrend, lower mountain tops and lower valleys. And then you have a range where the market is moving sideways. Right? Let me just make that smaller. Gonna make that black. I'm gonna put it bold. There we go. That's your notes. So let's look and see if we can identify an uptrend. Higher mountain tops, higher valleys. So this is a mountain top here. And it came down, it created a valley. And then it continued up and it paused and created another mountain top. But this mountain top is higher than this one. And this mountain top here is higher than this one. And this valley is higher than this one. And this valley is higher than that one. So based on the notes that I have here, if you can type in the chat box, what type of trend are we seeing right here? Excellent. Yes, we are seeing an uptrend. We're seeing an uptrend. Right? What did they just do? Excellent. So what I want you to do when trading the harmonic scanner is identify the trend first. We always want to identify the trend. The current trend here happening around the D, right? So I want you to pay attention to these two letters here, the D and the C, right? Now the D, if the trade has already passed the D with a lot of candles taken off, you don't want to enter that market. A lot of candles. Like this one, this is still okay because we're still close to the D. But a lot of candles, no. You want to get as close to the D as possible when taking a trade. Right? So notice that your uptrend actually started from the C, came up here, made a mountain top, made a valley, higher mountain top, valley, higher mountain top, valley. So the uptrend started from the C. So when you're trading the harmonic scanner, I want you to use something called a trend line. Right? You can find the trend line here on the left-hand side. Right here is a slanted line. I want you to click it. Right? Let me change mine into a different color. Make mine bigger. Right? I want you to click it, and starting from the C, we're going to identify our uptrend. Right? So, one second. So let me block out what we would not have taken. Right? So let's block it out. If we had taken it closer to the D, because this has already started to move, right? Everybody should see that. And what I have done is I've taken my trend line from the C, brought it up here, and made sure at least get 2 touches of a valley. So I started from here, and I got one valley touching, and I have another valley touching here. So every time the market dip, I get a touch. Do not force your trend lines, please. So don't take your trend line and go through the candlesticks, right? We don't want you to go through the candlesticks. We just want you to touch the wick. The wick is the little stick that you see next to the body. We just want you to touch that. We don't want you to touch the solid body of these candles. So notice that you have these 2 valleys that were not forced. We did not force this trend line. You're just touching here. And if you understand that, please type understand in the chat box. Good stuff, right? So what are we looking for when we are entering in these trades? We're not entering at the entry. We're entering where we have a solid body candle. So, and what do I mean by solid? You need to see color. A solid color candle breaking your trend line. In this case, the buyers are blue and the sellers are red. And we're looking to sell this trade. So we need to see a solid red body candle breaking the trend line. That's your break there. Can everybody see that red candle that broke the trend line? If you can see it, type yes. Fantastic, fantastic, right? And once you get that solid body candle, right? Once you get that solid body candle, I want you to really write this down, okay? Right? I want you to come here. So at the top, and you're going to see this, it marks indicators. I want you to type in MACD. I want you to click on MACD. Right? I want you to click on MACD. And very simple, can somebody please remove this line that they put on my screen? This line right here. Someone put that there. If you could just remove it for me. Don't want to confuse the team. Thank you. So once you got your solid body candle breaking, please remove the lines that you've just placed on the screen. Thanks. Right? That's confirmation number 1. So next to that, I want you to put confirmation number 1 is a solid body candle breaking this trend line. Confirmation number 2, please pay attention and look really closely because I don't want you guys to come and say, wait, I didn't see that. Confirmation number 2, you don't need to understand this MACD. All you need to do is, you see these 2 lines here? Both lines. Please write down both lines because I know someone is going to ask me, is it just one line or both of them? Both of them, yeah? Both of them. I want them to cross the histogram. This is the histogram here. You see this? We want them to cross the histogram. So what I want is this red line to come here and this blue line to come further in into the histogram like that. I drew the line. You can see what it is I'm looking for. Once you get both lines crossing the histogram, it is a go. It means enter the trade for the sell. Do not wait. Get in. Right? Get in the trade. And if you realize that we're actually close to take profit 1, then you can actually set your take profit at take profit 2. If you notice that when you got your 2 confirmations and you're already close to take profit 1, then set your take profit at take profit 2. Because notice we're just right here by take profit 1. So you can go ahead and set your profit, your take profit at take profit 2, right? And your take profit 2 would be this number here. It's right there for you, 0.62744. And you're just going to copy that into your app. And it will show you how to use your app after. We following? And if they don't cross, don't enter the trade. If they don't cross, don't enter the trade. That's just it. It's not ready. So your 2 confirmations for entering the trade must break your trend line, must cross the MACD histogram. If they don't cross, you have not gotten your confirmations. All right? Good. So if you can just go ahead now, I'm going to help you. I want you to go ahead now and take your phone and take a snapshot of this. Right? Take a snapshot of this. Once you've taken a snapshot, say done. Fantastic. So if we enter the trade close to the take profit 1, then we adjust the stop loss, right? Yeah, we're going to get a stop loss. We're going to get a stop loss. So if you're entering the trade now, let's say that both of these lines have crossed the MACD and we are going to enter the trade. I want you to place your stop loss above the last mountain top. The last mountain top, in this case, will be here. So I want you to place your stop loss above the last mountain top. Right? But you guys will get to understand that as you go on. As I said, this is just basic beginners. So for right now, you could use the stop loss that the Harmonic Scanner gives you. I will try to go through. Yeah, I will. Fantastic. Good. So I'm just going to run through one more example because we have brokers to set up and I don't want to keep you guys here all night. You know, most of you have work tomorrow. So I'm going to use another one, right? I'm going to use another one. Good. So let's look at this one. This one is an M pattern, right? This one is an M pattern. So using your trend line, you're going to take it from here, the C, and we're going to bring it down until it touches a valley. Or in this case, a mountain top. Because when we're selling, we wanna actually get the trend line touching the mountain tops. When we're buying, when the trade is in an uptrend, you wanna make sure that the trend line is touching the valleys. So you're drawing it underneath. When you're selling, you wanna draw your trend line above because it must touch your mountain tops. Why? Because we're buying. So we want the trade to break out and go above. Right? So you can see I've drawn my trend line. right? I need to wait for solid body candle to break, but more importantly, I need both of my MACD lines to cross my histogram, right? I need both of my MACD lines to cross my histogram. If they don't cross, don't enter. Simple as. All right, so this is literally all you need to do for the harmonic scanner. Remember where to find your MACD. Because when you actually turn on the harmonic scanner, there's another indicator here. I think it will be the RSI. And you're just gonna come down to the indicator by the X and press delete. And then you're going to come to indicators up here on the top panel and type in MACD and just click on it, and then it shows it at the bottom here. That's all you need. Trendline, find it here. You see it here on the left hand side. That's it. To the harmonic scanner. Scan the pairs with the broker. Identify your trend line with your trend, identify the trend with your trend line. It's right here, right? Add in your MACD on the indicators. And that's it. That's it. But you start to learn more about this as you attend more of our sessions, but this is just a quick walkthrough, right? So that you can at least start to wrap your brain around what it is you've invested in. All right, so I'm going to press on now. We're going to go to the broker, right? So FX Choice is the broker. So just make sure that you have your laptops. If you can, please have your laptops up and ready to do this exercise with me. If you can't, just write down the steps and pay attention, because this part is critical. It's important for you to make notes, and I don't want you to get it wrong. All right, I don't want you to get it wrong. So the broker is FX Choice. You just need to type in FX Choice in Google, right? And this is what the front page looks like. And then you're going to see two options here: open live account or open demo account. Now, yes, starting the business, I usually recommend everybody to start with some fake money into the real market with a demo account. However, I want you to get through the process of ID check and so on. So we're going to go straight ahead and go to open live account. Right? Open live account. And then I want you to put in your name, your email address, and your password. Right? That's it. You're going to click next. Right? And then over here, I want you to click country. Right? And you just need to do a little scroll, because I know persons tend to type in Barbados, but it's a little tacky there. So just scroll down to Barbados. Right? And then enter your phone number. All right. So Amir Branch actually made a note there for you guys in the chat. So you can just go to the chat and just take a note of what he just said. Thanks, Amir. You're a legend. Right? So just enter your number. I need to think about a number I can put here now. right? Click next. And you get the confirmation list. Now, you do have to do a telephone confirmation, right? So once you've entered your mobile, right, it would prompt you to get a confirmation code from your mobile phone, right? Then you're going to come here and click open live account. And in opening live account, you're going to get welcome aboard. Now, what I want you to click for me is daily statements and market critical information, right? You should have your daily statements. It's good for you to keep your trading journal, because I would advise you to actually write down your trading, your every single trade that you're going to, but I know some of you won't do it anyway. So daily statements gives you a daily printout of your trading for the day. And it comes around the close of the market, which is around 5 p.m. every day. So that should be handy for you. And then market critical information tells you things like trading hours, when they're changing, or any volatility in the market, when you have news and so on, and if they expect the market to be moving quickly or whatever they send on there. So just going to click submit. And then over here, you're going to see, please define your account settings account. And I want you to click MT4 Pro. MT4 Pro currency is US dollar, and leave the leverage as 1 to 200. Right, come down, click I declare and confirm on both, and click open account. Now, you're going to come to this page. This is your trading account login details. So I want you to go ahead and take a snapshot or a screenshot of, not of my screen, but of the screen when you are actually logging in, because the information that they give you here is important for you. So you would have, each of you would have your own individual login details, and you should really screenshot it or make note of it, right? Once you've done this, right, I want you to go ahead and click verify your profile. I want you to put in your date of birth, right? Your native language. Please to put English if that's your native language. I had someone that actually put Bajan last week, and I, you know, yeah, so just make sure you put English. Thank you. Not sure why that person would put Bajan. All right, so put English and just click English as well again, and any other languages that you have. All right. And then I want you to click select document type and choose passport or driver's license. Passport or driver's license. So at this stage, this is what I need you to do. I need you to take a picture of your passport or a picture of your driver's license. If you're using a driver's license, it's going to be front and back that you need to take. Front side and back side. 2 pictures, right? Or passport, or scan it to your laptop. If you don't have a scanner that you can scan it, just take it with your phone, right? And email it to yourself. Email it to yourself. Save it onto your laptop. And then come here and just click add file. If it's your passport, make sure the page with the signature, right? And once you've done that, you're gonna go ahead and put in the expiration date as well. And then you're gonna click next. Right? And then The next page takes you to filling out your address where you live, right? So just go ahead and fill out your address and then click next, and it brings you back to a page similar like this with your address and everything added to it. You just need to click finish. That's it. Very simple. And that's it. You're going to get a message at the top that's going to tell you that it's going to take 2 business days for them to confirm your account. But Amir actually put some useful information in there for you guys. So if you want to scroll up in the chat and see what Amir said, he mentioned how to speed up that process for yourself. So you could just make note of what Amir Brandt said in the chat. And that's it. Right? So let me log on to this Zoom with my mobile phone so that I can do a screen share of getting the Metatrader 4 app. So 1 second, I'm gonna stop sharing from here. I'm gonna log in with my phone now. 2 minutes, and I will be there with you. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead now. I'm gonna share my screen. Right. 1 second. Let me go to my demo. Here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Start broadcast. You guys should be able to see it. No. Good. So let me just put that on do not disturb. All right. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go to the App Store, whether it is Android or iPhone, right? Oh, battery is getting low. But anyway, I want you to type Metatrader 4. And it's that option there, Metatrader 4, Forex trading. Metatrader 4, Forex trading. I'm gonna click on that. And it's this one here at the top. Right, I want you to download Metatrader 4 Forex trading. All right, you're gonna open it once it's downloaded. And it looks like this. So just a quick tutorial on what you have here. Right, so on the quotes page, right, on the quotes page, you can see, I just want you to get 4. Right, we're not dealing with Metatrader 5, please. I know persons will tend to ask that. I want you to get 4. We all trade with Metatrader 4, right? So on the quotes page, you would have some pairs. They're not all. These are just the ones that are preloaded, right? So if we are sending any signals, like for example, in the takeover signals group that majority of you would be in, or you're getting it from the Harmonic Scanner, you don't see the pair here that you want to trade, all you need to do is go to the top right hand corner and click the plus button, and it takes you to add symbol, right? And once you scroll down, you'll see the search bar, and all you need to do is type the pair in there. So I'm just gonna type a random pair, right? Once you start to type it, it will show up. Click the plus button next to the pair, right? And it shouldn't be there anymore. Then you're gonna go ahead and click cancel, press the back button, and now the pair that you're interested in is at the bottom, the one that you would have added, right? So one asks, how can I delete pairs from off of this screen here? Just go to the top left hand corner, you're gonna see the pencil. Click on the pencil, right? And you're going to see a circle next to each pair. You can actually decide which ones you want to delete, right? Just tick them, and then you'll see the trash can on the top right-hand corner. Right? Good. Now, you have two sets of prices here on the screen, or exchange rates, as you will know them as if you haven't started to watch the beginners training as yet. So you see the exchange rates here. And one is, to simplify it for you, one is market price and one is broker. Basically, the price that you would get access to, because there's a difference between the raw market price and the price that you enter into the market, right? So the difference in between there is called a spread, right? And the spread is basically the broker's commission. So if the market price is 10 cents and you're buying the trade, but the broker puts you in at 14 cents, the difference between the two is the spread of the broker. No, you cannot avoid it. This is how they make their money. It's just part of it, yeah? And just letting you guys know. All right, good. So next, the quotes. You have charts. Amir, I'll answer your question shortly, right? And this will just bring up the chart of any pair that you're interested in. Any pair that you're interested in, this brings up the chart, right? So if you wanted to view a particular pair chart, all you need to do is hold on the pair and an option comes up, any pair, and you just click chart. If you want to trade any of these currency pairs, you hold on the pair that you're interested in, and you're going to click trade, right? Now, you have a couple of market options that I'm not going to go through fully, but the ones that the team will mainly be using is market execution. That means that you enter the market right away, right? And the other two that we'll be focused on is buy stop and sell stop, right? And that means it's a pending order. So we want to enter for a buy, but the market is not quite where we want to enter it as yet. It's on its way up. So we set a particular price. So let's say, for example, if we're looking at the Harmonic Scanner, right? So if hopefully everybody is looking at their phone with the app, because I'm going to go back to the Harmonic Scanner quickly so that we can see what we would put in. So the Harmonic Scanner, let's say that we were getting in at this entry price here, right? And there's a buy stop that we were looking for, right? This is 107. This is 107 point, sorry, this is 1.07579. That's the price that you will put in your Metatrader 4. So going to Metatrader 4 now, let me share my screen again from my phone. Start him broadcast now, right? So going to Metatrader 4, there we go. It is 107, so you will put in 107.596, whatever the price was, right? That's your entry price. Your stop loss is where you will put price if the market had to go in the opposite direction and not in your favor. This stops you from losing all of your money, right? So the Harmonic Scanner or the takeover signals usually send out a stop loss. So you put that in there, and then your take profit is where you want to secure your bag and come out of the market, right? With your profit. So you would get all three of these things from the Harmonic Scanner and also from the takeover signals group. All of that is given to you. All you need to do, when we say copy and paste, we literally mean copy and paste, because you already have the information, especially from the signals group. All you need to do is copy the entry, paste it in price, copy the stop loss, paste it in stop loss, copy take profit, place it in take profit. So the Android one is different, right? Obviously, you don't have an Android phone, but like I showed you when we were going through Iml Academy, there was some videos on there that say how to place a trade on iPhone and how to place a trade on Android. If you could click the how to place a trade on Android, you would understand that it's a bit different. But I know that on Android, there's just a line, there's a red line on the left and a green line on the right. So the one on the left means stop loss and the one on the right is take profit when you place in a new order type. All right, this is just a brief run through to give you guys an example, but I know on the Android phone, you usually have the stop loss in red is a line on the left, and I think it has like 0.0000 on it, right? All you need to do is copy the number in there, right? And then on the right hand side, you see it in green. Green is take profit. So all you need to do is remove the zeros there and put in the take profit point. But the video on IML, the video on the Academy actually explains it and show it in detail. But you guys should be able to see it there. Let me go back and share my screen quickly. Let's finish this up so I can get you guys off the bed. All right, so coming here now, this is my demo account, right? So you see demo there as well. So the third thing in the center, that marks trade, here is where all of your trades are going to be. So let me just mark it execute on this trade here now, for example. This is just for demo purposes. I'm just showing something. Please do not enter this trade. Thank you. So I'm going to sell by market execution. Right, selling by market execution, and you see that once you go to trades, right? Once you go to trades, it actually is there. So the trade that you're currently in is right there. So you can see that, and when you enter trade, you actually start off in minus as well. I want to put that because I know that's going to come. But when I enter trade, is always start off red. Remember that I told you about something called a spread. The brokers, basically their commission, that's why you start off in a negative, because you start off with their commission first, right? Before you start to go into profit. So that's why every time you enter trade, it's never going to be blue. It's going to start off with red. No, you are not losing. It's just the spread between market price and the broker, right? And the broker price. All right. So balance is what you currently have in your wallet, which is what would be is what you would put onto FX Choice. So whatever you deposit shows it here in your balance. Equity is your balance minus or plus any running trades that you have going on at the moment. So you can see that we're minus 28 cents. So minus 28 cents will be applied to the balance, which brings your equity is your running balance, right? Margin is the percentage that you would have used of your balance to do this trade, right? Free margin is the percentage left that you have to go into additional trades. And margin level percentage. I really want to make this point. Please do not allow this to come down to 800% when you're entering new trades. If you're entering new trades and it's getting closer to 800%, then do not do it. I'm not going to share my screen anymore, but you don't enter any more trades once that come to 800%, right? It helps protect you from going into too many trades. And when you start to go into too many trades and your account cannot hold the minus or any negatives that you have, and the broker realizes you don't have enough money, they would automatically start to close your trades for you in negative, right? So to avoid that, please do not allow it to go below 800%. All right, so really and truly, that's it for me with regards to the training tonight. Any questions, anything that I was not clear on, and hope that we got the broker sorted out, right? Yes, this video is recorded. It's going to be long, right? But I am going to place it on YouTube. And I guess you could just fast forward it to the points that you really want to catch again. But hopefully I have been detailed enough for you guys to understand, for you guys to get the job done, get the broker's account set up, get the Metatrader 4 set up. I have explained how Metatrader 4 works, right? So you have that, you have a brief understanding. Please do not skip Iml Academy beginners folder, because I know that I went through a fair amount of information tonight that would be repeated on there, but make sure that you go on. My YouTube is Coach Care, very simple. Just look on YouTube for Coach Care, and everybody could just go ahead right now and subscribe. The reason why is that I post all of the trainings that I do every single week, and all the trades that I send out with analysis. So all the analysis that I send out, that the team would put together and the leaders will put together, and the calls that we do together, I usually tend to post it on YouTube so that you have a dedicated folder where you can go over the team training, right? You can go over the trainings that I would have done as well. So everybody could just go ahead and type Coach Care on YouTube and just subscribe, so that every time I post a video, it will drop you a message saying Coach Care just uploaded a new video to her YouTube channel, right? So Coach Care, let me just type that in the chat. Boom. All right. So if you have enjoyed the session and you think that it was very informative, it was detailed, and you have an understanding of how to get set up now, please type "it's done" in the chat box. It's done. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, for taking your time out to go through this critical session. I know it's quite late for some of you, but I am sure that it was worth it. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the trainings. I look forward to seeing you guys in 3 to 5 years here still trading with us, making 6 and 7 figures, standing up on the stage and talking about your phenomenal journey with us here at the Takeover. And we are sure to hold your hand as you grow with us in this team and in this company. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful night, and I'll see you guys on the top, because the bottom is way too crowded.